Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Premier on behalf of the Minister for Police, Fire and Emergency Management. Premier, the Tasmania Police internal review of police actions in relation to James Griffin is a catalogue of repeated failures to act to protect children and adults from sexual assault and predation over a 10-year period. Police received information from the Interstate Police about Griffin photographing children in 2009. In 2011, a report was provided from Child and Family Services detailing his sexual assaults on 2 child victims. In 2013, Child and Family Services notified police Griffin had been grooming children and touching them. In 2015, the AFP advised Tasmania Police of Griffin's sexual offending and use of child exploitation material. Despite these repeated allegations about the same man, it was not until in 2019, for the 5th time, that police acted and charged Griffin. Only then was his Working with Vulnerable People registration cancelled 3 months after that last victim came forward. Premier, this internal review is chilling to read. Tasmanians they need to be confident police will act swiftly and protect them from sexual predators and abusers. You could act today to restore confidence and follow Victoria's lead to establish a permanent standalone unit within Tasmania Police that investigates sexual offence and child abuse crimes. We need a holistic, specialist unit that prioritises the needs of victims. Premier, will you commit your government to investigating the establishment of such a unit immediately?
Thank you. The Honourable the Premier.
Hear, hear. Hear, hear.
Madam Speaker, I thank the member for that question and for that suggestion. Now, in terms of what I have announced on Friday was to provide additional support to ensure that we could look for those touch points across agencies, that we could have that historical review. And we provided $1.5 million to establish that review process. In terms of the way that police currently deal with these matters, my understanding is that there is a unit in terms of this type of crime. Now, in terms of and the way that the police follow these processes through, I would make the point, and I note that the issue that was raised regarding the time frame from when the report was made in 2019 until when the charge was laid. The Commissioner on Friday explained that very carefully in terms of ensuring that they worked with the victim, who was not at risk at that particular point because it was historical, to ensure that they had sufficient body of evidence to enable them to charge and then have the opportunity to proceed, should it had done, to a court to actually gain a conviction. That was the time frame to ensure that those investigators, to ensure that as a result of that investigation that the opportunity for justice wasn't prejudiced. Now, in terms of the suggestions that you've made and regarding what Victoria have in place, I'm happy to have a look at what Victoria have in place. I'm not aware of what structures they operate, and I'll ask the Police Commissioner to provide me with some advice in terms of what the Victorian model is compared to what the Tasmanian model is, and if there are opportunities for to improve that. Of course, I'd be happy to look at resourcing that and ensuring that we provide something if there is an alternative that can improve the circumstance for victims, then obviously, yes, we'll look at every opportunity that we possibly can. But I'll take that advice and seek the Police Commissioner to provide some information back to me on that.